Words are more than just sounds or letters strung together. They are the foundation of human connection. The way we communicate can inspire, transform, and even captivate the deepest emotions in another person. Think about it. Words have started wars, healed nations, built relationships, and torn them apart. They can spark desire, create loyalty, and even make someone fall in love. Now, when it comes to attraction, most people focus on surface level things, looks, status, or wealth. But true attraction, the kind that lasts, is built on emotional connection. And words are the fastest, most powerful way to create that connection. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a conversation with someone where within just a few minutes you felt completely drawn to them? Not just interested, but truly engaged? Maybe you felt seen, understood, even excited. It wasn't just what they were saying, it was how they made you feel. That's the power of words. When you understand how to use language to trigger emotions, you unlock an entirely new level of influence. Not manipulation, but true, authentic influence. You create bonds that go beyond the superficial. You shift the way people perceive you, and most importantly, how they experience you. Because attraction isn't about logic, it's about emotion. And emotions are directly shaped by words. Let's break this down even further. Men at their core have deep psychological needs, just like women do. But one of the most understood and underestimated aspects of attraction is this. A man wants to feel valued and significant. He wants to feel like he matters. It's not about ego, it's about purpose. A man who feels appreciated, respected, and acknowledged will gravitate toward the person who makes him feel that way. And that's where words come in. Imagine a man who has spent his entire life trying to prove himself, whether in his career, in relationships, or just in the world. He may not say it out loud, but deep down, he craves recognition. He wants to know that what he does, who he is, and the energy he pours into life means something. Most women don't realize this. They focus on how they look, what they should say to impress, or how they can get a man's attention. But the truth is, it's not about trying to impress, it's about how you make him feel. And the fastest way to make a man feel something? The words you choose. Think about the difference between these two interactions. A woman says to a man, "You're really good at your job." Another woman says, "I really appreciate how much effort you put into your work. It's inspiring." Which one do you think hits deeper? The second one, without a doubt. Why? Because it's not just an observation, it's an emotional trigger. It's appreciation, it's recognition. And recognition is one of the strongest forces in human psychology. This is why certain people command attention when they walk into a room, not because of how they look, but because of how they communicate. They use words that create an emotional shift in others. They make people feel seen, heard, and valued. And this is where attraction becomes effortless. Most people chase attention. They try to be the loudest, the most charming, or the most physically attractive. But the ones who truly stand out are those who understand the power of words. Because when you speak in a way that makes someone feel deeply understood, they don't just like you, they remember you. Words shape emotions, and emotions drive attraction. If you want to create lasting connections, if you want to be the person who draws others in effortlessly, it all starts. Confidence is one of the most powerful forces in human interaction. It determines how people perceive you, how they respond to you, and ultimately how deeply they are drawn to you. It's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it. You could have the most powerful, emotionally triggering words at your disposal, but if you deliver them with hesitation, doubt, or insecurity, they lose their magic. Think about the people you're naturally drawn to, the ones who walk into a room and command attention without even trying. What is it about them? It's not just their appearance. It's not just their words. It's their energy, their presence, the way they speak, move, and carry themselves. That's confidence. Confidence is felt before it's heard. You've probably seen it happen before. Two people could say the exact same thing, word for word, but one gets a powerful response while the other gets ignored. The difference? One spoke with certainty, conviction, and presence, while the other spoke with hesitation. Confidence is what makes words land. It's what makes a simple phrase like, "I appreciate you," turn from a casual statement into a deeply moving experience. Now, let's break this down even further. Confidence isn't just about being loud, bold, or extroverted. True confidence isn't about showing off. It's about a deep, unshakable belief in yourself. And that belief affects everything, especially in how you communicate. Imagine you're telling a man, "I really appreciate the way you take care of the people around you." If you say it softly, looking away, almost unsure of how he'll respond, it loses its impact. It might still be a nice thing to say, but it doesn't sink in. It doesn't create that instant emotional spark. Now imagine saying the exact same words, but this time you look him directly in the eyes. You say it with warmth, with certainty, with a slight smile. You pause slightly before and after you say it, letting the words settle. Do you feel the difference? One sounds like a polite compliment, the other feels like truth. And truth, when spoken with confidence, is magnetic. Because confidence isn't just about you. It affects how others feel in your presence. When you are certain, people feel safe. They feel intrigued. They lean in, wanting more. Now, here's something most people don't realize. Confidence isn't just about your voice. It's about your body, your posture, your eye contact, your expressions. All of it communicates just as much as your words. A confident person doesn't shrink. They don't fidget, hesitate, or apologize for taking up space. They stand tall. They move with intention. They breathe deeply, speak clearly, and make others feel at ease in their presence. Confidence is felt before a single word is spoken. Think about the most charismatic people you've ever met. Have you noticed how they pause when they speak? How they let silence work for them instead of rushing to fill the space? That's confidence. They aren't afraid of silence. They aren't afraid to be seen, to be heard, to take up space in the world. And that energy is contagious. When you speak with confidence, you create an emotional experience for the other person. You make them feel important, intrigued, and captivated. They don't just hear your words, they feel them. This is what makes confidence the ultimate amplifier. The words you say are important, but confidence is what makes those words irresistible. Attraction is often misunderstood. Society tells us that looking a certain way, dressing a certain way, or achieving a particular level of success is what makes someone desirable. But if that were true, then why do some of the most attractive people struggle in relationships? Why do some women who may not fit the conventional definition of beauty effortlessly attract and keep the attention of the most sought after men? The answer is simple. Emotional connection trumps physical attraction every time. Let's break this down. A man might notice a woman because of her looks, but he stays because of how she makes him feel. Physical attraction is instant, but emotional attraction is what creates real desire, deep connection, and long-term commitment. It's the difference between a fleeting crush and a woman a man simply can't stop thinking about. So what is emotional attraction and how do you create it? It all comes down to understanding what drives human connection. See, men are not as complicated as they seem. They have deep desires, but most of them are rarely spoken out loud. They won't walk up to you and say, I want to feel appreciated, respected, and valued. But that's exactly what they crave, just like you do. A man may admire a woman's beauty, but he falls for how she makes him feel about himself when he's around her. Does he feel stronger? Does he feel like a winner? Does he feel inspired, appreciated, and understood? Or does he feel judged, unimportant, or replaceable? These emotions determine whether he invests in you or moves on to someone else. Now, let's talk about something that most people overlook: the difference between validation and emotional connection. Many women make the mistake of thinking that giving a man compliments, being overly available, or trying to impress him will create attraction. But validation and connection are not the same. Validation is surface level. It's giving someone praise or approval. Emotional connection, on the other hand, creates depth and meaning. Let's take an example. Imagine you say to a man, "You're really handsome." Nice, right? But it's surface level. It strokes his ego for a moment, but it doesn't create an emotional imprint. Now imagine saying, "I love the way you think. The way you see things is really impressive." This does something completely different. It makes him feel seen in a way that most people don't see him. It reaches beyond his appearance and into something deeper, something that actually matters to him. That's the difference between momentary validation and true connection. And here's where it gets even more powerful. Men don't just want to feel appreciated. They want to feel like they are winning with you. Men are wired to pursue, to achieve, to conquer challenges. But in relationships, that doesn't mean you have to play hard to get or create unnecessary drama. It simply means that when a man feels like he is winning your admiration, respect, and appreciation, he becomes emotionally hooked. He starts associating you with feelings of success, strength, and fulfillment. And that's what keeps him coming back. On the flip side, when a man feels like he can never make a woman happy, like nothing he does is enough, or like he is constantly being tested or judged, he will withdraw, no matter how attracted he was in the beginning. This is why emotional connection is everything. It's why you can meet a man who initially thinks you're just cute or nice, but then after one powerful conversation, he suddenly starts seeing you as irresistible. Because attraction is not just about what a man sees, it's about what he feels. Attraction isn't random, it's not luck. It's not about being the most beautiful woman in the room, and it's not about playing games. It's about understanding what men deeply desire and speaking directly to that desire. When you understand this, you won't have to chase, convince, or prove your worth. Men will naturally be drawn to you and want to stay. So what's the secret formula? It's simple. Appreciation plus emotional impact equals lasting attraction. Let's break it down. Men are not as complicated as people think. They are driven by a few core desires: significance, respect, and purpose. A man wants to feel needed, valued, and capable. He wants to feel like he has a role in your life that no other man can fill. This is why the two magic words "I appreciate" are so powerful. Most men go through life without ever hearing real, meaningful appreciation. They work hard, they try to be strong, they do things for others, but often they don't hear a simple thank you or "I see what you're doing and it matters." When a woman expresses genuine appreciation, something shifts inside him. He doesn't just feel good, he feels connected. He feels valued. And when a man feels valued by you, he starts valuing you more. But here's the key, it has to be real. Fake flattery does nothing. If you compliment a man just to get something from him, he'll sense it. If you say "I appreciate you" but don't really mean it, he'll feel the emptiness in your words. But when appreciation is genuine, it creates a powerful emotional response. So how do you do this in a way that's natural and deeply effective? You focus on the things that truly matter to him. You look beyond the obvious and speak to who he is, not just what he does. For example, instead of saying, "You're so smart," say, "I appreciate the way you think through things. The way your mind works is really impressive." Instead of saying, "You're a great guy," say, "I really appreciate how you always make sure the people around you feel taken care of." See the difference? The second version is specific, meaningful, and personal. It doesn't just boost his ego, it speaks to his identity. An identity-based appreciation is what makes a man feel emotionally attached. Now let's take this deeper. There's a reason why appreciation triggers attraction. It's because it taps into a man's primal instincts. Men have an innate desire to provide, protect, and pursue. They want to feel like they are making an impact, like they have a purpose in your life. When a man feels like he is winning with you, when he feels like his efforts are seen and valued, he will want to give you more. But if he feels unappreciated, dismissed, or like his actions don't matter, he will pull away, even if he was wildly attracted to you in the beginning. This is why some women, without even realizing it, push men away. They focus too much on what a man should be doing and forget to acknowledge what he is already doing. They think, well, he should know I appreciate him. But appreciation that isn't expressed, a simple shift in language can change everything. Instead of saying, "You never do anything special for me," say, "I really appreciate when you do little things. It makes me feel so cared for." Instead of saying, "You're supposed to do that," say, "I see the effort you put into this, and I really appreciate it." It's a small change, but it makes a massive difference. Why? Because men don't just want to be loved, they want to be appreciated. And when appreciation is combined with emotional impact, that's when you create an attraction that lasts. Emotional impact means that your words create a feeling inside him that he doesn't get anywhere else. That's why certain compliments or moments of appreciation stay in a man's mind for years. He remembers how you made him feel. And the truth is, a man will never forget a woman who makes him feel respected, admired, and valued.